Hey, Tiger Rod Lawrenceville, Master Mostiller here with our follow along. Now, this week and next week is our testing preparation. We are making sure, notice I don't have tournament up here anymore, I've got testing. We test not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Now, with that in mind, that will be, by the way, on April 1st, that's your testing. Now, with that in mind, just a heads up, first thing is know your requirements. And what I mean by that isn't just make sure you know everything that you got to, make sure you can do everything for your testing, but actually know what you're required to do for testing. To do that, you can go online to your dashboard. We have our testing requirements for each belt, and you can see what it is you have to know in order to pass testing. Several of you think there are things you don't know for testing and that you're not ready, when in fact you are not going to be required to do those at testing anyway. So just one example, white belts and yellow belts will not do ECAS at testing. So that's one example, but make sure you know what is expected of you. Now, we are looking also, not this week, but next week, it will be white jackets the whole week. So this week, Thursday, white tops as normal. Rest of the days, your normal dry fit shirt, taekwondo pants. Next week, every day, full uniforms. Don't forget that as well. Now, said know your requirements. Acing Ho-Am. We're going to start nailing that and making sure you got it. Acing your one-steps. Nailing those, making sure you got them. Acing your legacy form, if that applies to you. Making sure you got that. Contact skills are going to be introduced this week. They'll take you maybe that long to pick up on, if that long. So we'll make sure we go through those this week. And then utilizing ECAS, our technical side, we're going to put that to work this week. Also, combinations of the cycle for those who have to do them, boards for those that have to do them, make sure that we've got those. And we're going to utilize our core combinations, and those are not a requirement for your testing. We're going to talk about utilizing those so that you have a better chance at passing sparring and at doing better in your sparring and testing. So make sure that you are pushing this week. Get here as often as possible. In addition, if there is anything up here that you do not know already, I'm not talking about acing it, I'm talking about you haven't learned it correctly, then this week you need to make sure you get a private lesson at the beginning of this week with one of the instructors. You need to get that set up as quickly as possible. We will not do private lessons next week for people who have to learn something. If they're trying to improve to get ready for testing, that's fine. But if you don't know the one steps next week or the legacy form next week or whatever, we're not doing a private lesson next week to get that learned. It's too late to learn that, so make sure that gets done this week. I will see you guys on the mat.